So some things to think about while this is coming up.
Yeah.
When we first take off, as soon as you take off, you want to start turning towards your heading and start climbing through altitude. Once you reach your altitude, bring the speed up to the desired speed.
Goes right downwind off 16, just coming over the treatment plant, climbing through 4,000.
And also start your timer. As soon as we start leaving the pad, start your timer. That's your leg starting, right?
Okay.
Alright, people get a little bit kerfuffled and forget to start the timer or forget what heading they're turning to.
Okay. 1,000, 200. Identifying carb. Do we leave it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure it closes first of all, and then we'll put it back up to full.
Okay. Okay, roll up, let it take over at 80, roll off, sprite button.
Good clean split.
Now, it doesn't matter if it's clean, right, as long as it splits?
Yeah, it's just easier to see when it has a nice clean split.
2.5 miles north of the airport, climbing through
doors closed and latched?
300. Last call.
When you're ready.
My door's closed and latched.
Okay, friction's going off.
Okay.
That traffic helicopter 40 kilos, air taxi on Bravo taxi will be crossing over to Alpha taxiway.
Actually, before you roll up at least, make sure you got all these frequencies set. What's the first frequency? Well, we're going to use weather we can use here.
So, CADF and weather, which we have.
Okay, and secondary frequency on COM 1, what should that be? Who's the second person we're going to speak to?
Cessna 7745 Golf, radio check.
21.
7745 Golf, you're loud and clear.
We're going to open our flight plan, so we'll be speaking to McMinnville on
Okay.
122.3, see that on the San River RCO, so pop that in.
Tune for 1223.
Yeah.
Glad you're here with me, because this is all new to me.
That's right, this is the learning flight, right?
Yeah.
This was your first cross country. We're going to work through this together, and you got another couple of these before you go solo, probably.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, let me just try and get used to this. I'm going to have to do, yeah, that'll work. Okay. Alright, so, and then we get weather there, so why don't we listen to weather before I roll up?
Let's do that.
0. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. Temperature 17 Celsius. 2.10 Celsius. Altimeter 3015 inches of mercury. Traffic Cessna 7745 Golf to East Hangars, taxi 16 via Bravo. Estimated weather observation 1 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 6 knots. Visibility 1.
That's actually pretty close.
0. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. 17 Celsius. 2.1.
Alright, so what was our V&E today?
I set it for about 5,000 to 6,000. It's going to be about 98.
98. Really?
Yeah, it was earlier on. Can I just double check this?
I don't know. So
6,000.
At about 20? About 87 it says.
Actually, I put 4,000. 4,000 was 98 this morning. So about like 94. Maybe take between 4,000 and 6,000. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying 96 to 98 to 90. There's 8 difference. Go halfway between. It'll be 94.
The 94?
Yeah, sounds more reasonable.
Okay.
Based on 10 degrees.
Dang, it is hot in here.
I can open this out for you for a second while we're getting ready. Now, something doesn't look right here. That altimeter setting, I know the field elevation is different to that, so I think you misheard. What did you think you heard?
3015.
So what did you set it as?
3015, right? Is that 15?
3005. So there's 3010, 3015.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then once you set these, just sanity check these things, make sure.
3460. Okay.
3460, that's perfect.
Okay. Okay, and then, alright, so what we're going to do, since brakes are off, we're going to just roll up, and then we're going to do RPM check, and then we'll clear and go, so we can probably put that away.
Yeah, if you want to put that away, I'll help remind you of the rest of the steps.
Okay. Alright, roll on past 80. Okay. So I'm gonna roll down a little bit, lift up, collect. Alright. And off. Just off. On, nav flight.
Good.
Can you confirm we've done everything on the checklist? Are we good to go?
We're good to go, yeah. What's your plan, Stan? How are we gonna get out of here?
One was 200, right? So why don't we just use 16 and taxiway Alpha 2 for 16.
Okay, climbing up and then where?
Then we're going to have a heading of 2111 for 3.5 minutes about.
Alright.
Alright, make my call.
Yep.
Better traffic, Hellgunner 29 Zulu, split me off leading edge pad, taxing over to Alpha 2 for 16, spin area.
Still clear to my side.
Okay, clear this side.
What's the wind gonna do?
It's gonna give us a little bit of headwind like that.
Yeah, it might give us a little bit of performance, may pick up early, may push back a little bit.
Okay.
Door latched, all good?
Yep, your door line?
Door latched.
Alright. Alright, here we go. One at the top green, green. It's been a while since I've done this. Hour, more lights out. You pull an extra inch and a half, right?
Yep. Well, actually, your carb assist has taken the carby down, so
Great.
not full carby anymore. You can still pull your 5 minute, which was
22.6.
22.6. You got another inch left. I'll check our volumes here.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, good that way.
Yeah, I think that system's probably about to take off.
You want to just use taxiway or you want to do a runway?
Let's use the runway.
Okay.
Bend traffic, Cessna 7745 Golf, departing 16. It'll be a right crosswind departure to the west, Bend.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about, is that he would catch us up and turn as we were trying to take up on his right side. Get bent open, identifying bent, full open.
Dead right cross on 16, right?
Yep. So he'll come past us and make a right turn out, probably going towards Bend or Sun River maybe.
So he's taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking off with a right crosswind departure. Okay, he's just coming above us right now.
I don't see him.
Just gonna cross your 1 o'clock high.
Okay, I got him. Center traffic, Hellgunner 29 Zulu's taking runway 16 for departure to the south. Or to the east, no, south. Binary charge. Which way is it? South or east? I can't tell.
It's southwest, but don't worry about it. And if you're going to be taking off and there's traffic on the upwind, just let them know you have the upwind traffic in sight, so they don't worry you're going to be racing up behind them. He's fine. He's fine.
Gosh, dang
Just
it.
a habit.
Bend traffic, Cessna 7745 Golf, right crosswind 16, departing to the west. Final call, Bend.
Final cool. That's it. He's out of here.
Yeah.
Warming up already. Well, we got 21 degrees already. 8:50.
It is hot.
Still clear left.
Fine. What's top screen? 33. Heading at 211.
Yep.
Let's see if I can do this. Never done it by count to 4.
Alright, so let's start a timer. I knew you'd forget.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, there's your leg time start. So we'll make a call to bend in a second just to let them know roughly where we are, about a mile or two out. Then we'll switch over to McMinnville.
Okay.
So we'll let them know where we are, which way we're heading. Then we'll switch to McMinnville.
So it's also vendor traffic and say last call.
Not necessarily last call, because once we spoke to McMinnville Radio, we'll probably come back onto bend frequency, but we won't immediately switch. So we'll make a call saying we're about 2 miles or whatever we're going to be to the south at whatever height, departing south, climbing for 5,000.
Okay.
Hold it, listen, make sure it doesn't trigger anyone else making a call to deal with the conflict, then we'll switch over.
Okay. Vendor traffic, helicopter 29 to lose about 2 miles to the south, departing to the south at 4,000, climbing to 5, vendor traffic.
Okay. But we're probably going to be going more southwest.
Okay.
And I'd say we're for about a mile out. It's hard, you're going to have to be starting to eyeball, but you said about, so that's fine.
I'm starting to see this problem with 80 knots.
Say again?
I'm starting to see the problem with 80 knots.
Yeah, well, we're still climbing. You might get a bit more once we get up there. Let's switch over to McMinnville, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll talk you through what you're going to say.
All right.
You're going to say McMinnville Radio, helicopter 7529 Zulu on the Sun River RCO.
Okay.
Or if you can't remember that, you're on 122.3.
Okay.
He'll come back to 7529 Zulu, go ahead. And you'd say, or you say standby either way. And you're going to say, we'd like to open our VFR flight plan at this time, helicopter 7529 Zulu. Okay. He'll then talk through opening the flight plan. He'll talk about the time that it's opened at, and I'll probably write down the Zulu time of when we're expected to be at our destination, because he'll take it from now.
Okay.
And then he'll also talk about PI reps and flight watch and all that. And he'll ask you if there's anything else you can help with. And you'll say, no, thank you very much. We'll speak to you later.
Okay, hold on a sec. So we're supposed to be going to that Butte private, right?
That's what you had. Yeah.
Is this looking right to you?
Well, this is the problem with that landmark not perfectly set up, but to me, have we been flying for 3.4 minutes? Maybe, soon.
Crap.
And you had 226 was your true, been adjusted for wind slightly.
But there is no wind, really.
That was 228. So it wasn't much difference there. 228, then adjusted for variation, 211. 3.4 minutes. Yeah, something's not quite right. We'll have a double check these. I'd say that would have been more like 2. Well, we'll work it out later. But
well, so what do you think we did wrong?
I don't know. We'll have to look at it on the ground. But you do know where it is. Why don't you make a right turn over to it, and we'll reset from there.
Okay.
Clear as your turn.
Yep. Better call McMinnville Radio, or it is McMinnville, right?
Yeah, before you do that, let's get over Pilot Butte and make one more call to bend to say we're over Pilot Butte at 5,000.
Okay.
Departing to the southwest. So remember the three things: aviate, navigate, communicate. Well, these things really come into play when we're doing cross country. So we'll aviate, we'll fly to it, and then we'll do our navigation, which means we'll make our turn to the heading, we'll reset our timer, then we'll communicate. We'll tell bend, and then we'll switch over again to tell McMinnville. So make sure you switch back over to, I'll put you back onto bend, okay?
Okay. 202. Alright, so once I hit here. Yeah. 02.
Your next heading looks like it is 202. I'll reset your timer.
Okay. Oh, is it right about there?
Yeah, there's some compass errors that you don't really notice until you've rolled out exactly where it is, but...
Looks about right.
Oh, we'll see.
Alright. Center traffic, Helicopter 29 Zulu's about 4 miles to the west, departing to the southwest at 5,000 bend area. Okay, switch to McMinnville.
Okay.
So McMinnville Radio, Helicopter 7529 Zulu.
Yeah, we'd like to...
Sun River RCO.
Yeah, and then when he gets back to you, say we'd like to open our VFR flight plan, our off time being 5 minutes ago.
Okay. McMinnville Radio, Helicopter November 7529 Zulu. Oh, God, keep coming. Or should I call back?
Hold on.
It's hard.
Yeah, see if we can get that 73 knots you're going to be pitching for our timings, otherwise the timing's going to be out.
To make another call.
Hold off for a little bit longer. There's usually one guy doing a lot of work. Or girl. Okay, yeah, try again. Remember, Sun River RCO.
I will. McMinnville Radio, Helicopter 7529 Zulu, Sun River RCO.
Helicopter Sun River, stand by, your number 3.
Anything, we'll just stand by.
Okay.
I think he said number 3, did he?
Yeah.
Alright, busy morning. No worries. The 202, 5,073 knots.
Yep.
Timing for this leg would be 11 minutes and 11.1. Which would be 11 minutes and 6 seconds. See, the thing is, with these longer legs, 11 minutes, if you've got the wind correction slightly wrong, can make a big difference. You can go quite far at 70 knots.
Yeah.
11 minutes, you can be pretty far off. It's a shame there's not a compass correction number on here because, well, this may be out by, who knows, 5-10 degrees.
That's it. It's not us, it's that.
We'll blame it on that, yeah?
So when he comes back, I'm going to say...
Aircraft at Sun River, Helicopter Sun River, taking in a call sign request.
Call sign 7529 Zulu.
And request. So hang on, I'll come back on that.
Helicopter 7529 Zulu, Roger, McMinnville ready, go ahead.
So we'd like to open our VFR flight plan for 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Hi there, we'd like to open our VFR flight plan for about 5 minutes ago.
29 Zulu.
Helicopter 7529 Zulu, Roger, VFR flight plan activated as of 5 minutes ago. We'll call that 1553 Zulu, flight plan activated. Pilot weather reports are requested for additional engine weather. Contact flight watch 122.0.
What do I say?
You say thank you very much. Speak to you later.
Alright, thank you very much. 29 Zulu.
Good. Alright, we switch back over to bend. Make sure there's this kind of line between the two airports where people, you never quite know which frequency they're on. It tends to be around this area.
Wind traffic, Helicopter 772 Sierra Hotel, 6 miles to the north at 4,300 feet. Alright, so Helicopter 29 Zulu, about 6 miles to the southwest, departing to the southwest. No, 6 miles to the west, departing to the southwest.
No, southwest is right.
Okay.
Yep, we're southwest of the airfield.
Alright.
And about 5,000.
Right.
Flying to the southwest, last call.
Secondary traffic, Helicopter 29 Zulu is about 6 miles to the southwest, departing to the southwest at 5,000, the last call, bend area.
Slow it down, you're cutting yourself off on the end there.
Okay.
this is another thing to deal with flight planning, right? If we had an engine failure right now, we got very limited options.
We'd be screwed.
We might be able to make it to one of these little openings. Plus, once we get into the tree line, these trees aren't too high and they're not too dense, but if we were flying on the other side of the mountains and we went into the trees, there's very, very little chance that someone would spot us.
So should we be changing our course right now?
No, just hold on our course for now. We're just making this is a learning experience, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So one of the things I try and look for are things like, there's a pipeline cut into the trees here. It used to be or it's a pipeline that gets surveyed. I'm not even sure it's on the charts. Otherwise, we've got Highway 97. I use those, you heard the expression handrails?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and so I use them for two things. One is it's a rail for me to be able to follow along, so I'm really sure of where I am on the map, at least in one direction.
Okay.
And the other one's a safety handrail, so if I do have a problem, I know I can make a reasonably good landing to a safe area and maybe be able to be seen if I need help.
Okay.
So we're coming up on, do you know what this butte's called here?
I don't.
Okay, this is called Lava Butte. It's pretty distinctive when we get around to the other side of it. You'll see it created this big lava field that you're about to see out here. The lava field's up on actually on the sectional.
Hold on, throw the screen.
What's the frequency for Sun River?
1228.
Let's get that in there. Probably already saved in there.
You're loud and clear.
Alright.
Alright, switch over.
So we're about, what do you think? Let's see, it was what, 11? How many miles was that? Well, 11.1 halfway, so we're probably about 5 miles to the northeast.
Yeah, I can see the field area over there. Another good thing is this, you can say approximately 5 miles to the northeast about Lava Butte.
Civil traffic, helicopter sub 425 Tango, 1.5 miles to the southeast, climbing through 5,100, departing to the southwest. Randall.
Okay. Sun River area traffic, helicopter P9 Zulu's about 5 miles to the northeast over Lava Butte inbound, Pineville area, or Sun River area. Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like we're off again.
It does. So this is where we use a combination of dead reckoning and pilotage. Now pilotage is where I know where the highway is. I know that that's the airport.
And I see another problem. Look what my altitude is. I'm above 5,000. I'm getting pretty low to the trees.
Let's make a cross over to the other side of the road. We'll use the road as our handrail up towards Sun River, okay?
Okay.
What's the rule? What's the informal rule for flying along roads?
Right. It's just like traffic.
Just like traffic, yeah. Now we may have an altimeter setting that may be incorrect for this area too. How would we get the altimeter setting?
We asked UNICOMM, Sun River UNICOMM.
Yeah, Sun River UNICOMM Airport Advisory, please.
Okay. Sorry, ask for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Sun River UNICOMM, helicopter T9 Zulu.
Might be busy fueling.
Yeah. Sun River UNICOMM, helicopter 29 Zulu.
Alright, she might get back to us when she gets chopped. No worries. Alright. So what do you know about the runways, the field elevation, that kind of stuff about this place?
So 3618 and 4,200.
Okay, so pattern altitude will be
47.
47. What do you think the wind direction is favoring right now?
18.
Probably 18. So how do you think we should get into the pattern, knowing that there's a noise sensitive area?
We could go right down one for 18. Enter on the south side and enter right down one for 18.
Yeah, that would work. The other option would be hook early and go around the back. I like this I like your idea more because we have less time where we're over this densely wooded area.
Are we completely ignoring this then? What are we going to do?
Well, the first two legs proved that there was something wrong with our compass heading, right? So we can review that on the ground. We won't get distracted from it right now. We're just going to apply what we know. We'll make the adjustments when we land. Maybe we get up to Madras. We'll have a review of what happened in the briefing room up at Madras before we head back.
Okay. On south, green 3. Is this how it is with your first cross country? I feel pretty bad.
Don't worry about it. This is what it's all about. I think that some of the best, most memorable learning moments I had was when I made mistakes or when things didn't work perfectly. They stick in your mind better. If everything went smoothly, you'd get overconfident and then, you know, it would catch you up when you're doing your solo maybe. It's better to have the bumps now. And like I said, I deliberately let you do these things so that we would learn why we might not want to do them.
Right.
There's plenty of things you did right as well, so don't take this as like a judgment of how well you're doing. This is normal.
Okay. Sun River area traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu, about 2 miles to the east, inbound from Sun River area. Yep. Alright, we start descending distance ahead.
Okay.
Inbound, Sun River UNICOMM winds are light out of the south, 180 at 3, altimeter 3020, favoring right traffic 18.
That's to you. Thank you very much.
29 Zulu copy, thank you very much.
And say type and how long you'll be with us, please.
Oh, R-22 helicopter touch and go.
R-22 helicopter, this will be touch and go.
You wanted to know whether he had to come out and help us out with fuel, or whether we wanted any kind of bikes into town, that kind of stuff. Remember last time we flew in here?
Yeah.
Remember how tight the base to final is here?
Yep, I remember it.
You got it.
I got this, homie. South green 3. RP. Still in the house there. Sun River area traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu, right downwind 18. Sun River. What's that? This spot right here is where I flew my plane.
Down here?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right there. top screen, 3 screen.
Don't forget you're below 18 inches, so you want full copy.
You want full copy for me, please?
Okay, identifying copy, full copy.
Thank you. For the numbers.
Okay.
Center area traffic, Helgatter 29 Zulu, final 18, Prineville area. Center area.
Funny thing is, we're not going to Prineville today.
Yeah, I know.
Now you do have full copy, so you can grab that extra 1.5 inches on the manifold pressure.
Alright, thank you.
As long as you don't redline it.
Okay, one stock, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Midfield, right?
A little bit of
midfield
one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. There's quite a headwind, you see that?
I did see that. Alright, on the top screen, 3 in the green. Take off?
Yep.
Alright, Sun River area traffic, Helgatter 29 Zulu, take down for runway 18 for departure to the north. Bender, Sun River area. Okay.
We'll do a right downwind and we'll fit in with your next leg.
Okay.
So let's reset the clock. We'll get it running once we get on the downwind.
I'm not sure if our airspeed indicator is correct. Just that one stock hardly moving.
Yeah, it was quite a jump, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We'll keep an eye on that.
And look, that was not even moving. Will be 005.
005? And how long?
10.5 minutes.
Alright. 12 minutes?
What?
12 minutes? 12 minutes. 021 to...
but that's not with wind correction. 10.5 is wind correction.
You get 10.5 minutes from?
The wind correction.
Where did you write that?
10 minutes right below 005. You go to 005.
Yeah.
Go below that, not that one, on the front page.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. This should be your total times. This should be a running total of total times.
Okay.
They should be added up.
10.5 is correct, though.
Alright, 10.5. Let's get that timer started. You're responsible for getting that started, okay?
Alright, sure.
So stay this way a little bit longer. We don't want to overfly these houses. We should really be over the river so we get past these houses. Then 9 a.m. helicopter wake-up call.
Yeah.
That looks a little bit like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, because the little 140 is inbound from the southwest. If I stop higher, keep this up. I have to
I'm heading that way. Imagine
roll out.
That way.
There's a compass error. There you go.
I got a victim sitting right next to me.
Still no.
So come 005 would be that first little tick after north.
Okay.
I think you were thinking 050.
Yeah, I am. There. Still though, I don't know if this is right.
Well, this looks like, let's just say that we actually carried on flying in this ground track direction. We're going to get to Pilot Butte. Is that what it looks like to you? That's kind of looks like to me. What we actually want to get to is Climb Butte. So that's Aubrey Butte. And then to the left, the kind of flattish one is Climb Butte. So let's make a left turn to Climb Butte.
Oh man.
And what we'll do is, we'll put your nose on the heading direct towards Climb Butte. We'll write down what the heading is. And we'll reverse engineer this when we get on the ground.
Alright, what is that?
You tell me.
350?
Somewhere around 345 to 350. Alright, but 350. We'll do this for 10.5 minutes, 73.
Okay. I guess, never mind.
What's up?
Well, I was going to say pull right trim, but it's really not that
Yeah, you can have that.
Alright, sure.
Alright, identifying the cruise trim.
Okay.
Pulling up cruise trim.
Yeah, that's nicer.
I hope you'll just remember on your final, you're going to make sure you check that.
Yeah. Now, do we need to keep in contact with McMinnville Radio and tell them what we're doing and stuff?
No, you can check in with them. You can say we're just out of some river if you want, just to keep track of where you were up to. So if anything did happen, they know where you last went to. That's fine with you. If you want to switch over and tell them just out of some river, just giving them an update.
Okay.
So it'll be the same deal. It'll be McMinnville Radio on...
That's not right.
Nope.
1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, it's not in there. Okay.
So wait for this number to disappear, otherwise you're going to start flicking through channels.
Wind traffic, helicopter 772 Sierra Hotel, 2 miles to the east.
Look how much they're lost, that's great.
Inbound at 4,000 or 3,800 feet. Then.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
McMinnville Radio on Sun River RTO.
Yeah.
Helicopter 529
Yeah.
Okay. McMinnville Radio, helicopter 7529 Zulu, Sun River RTO.
Give me an update. We're just out of Sun River heading up to Madras.
529 Zulu, McMinnville Radio, roger, go ahead.
Yeah, 29 Zulu, just give you an update. We're just out of Sun River.
Yeah. There's a position report, basically.
Helicopter 529 Zulu, roger, I'll show a progress report leaving Sun River at the current time. Pilot weather reports requested, prediction of weather, flight watch district, feed 2 out, and
Have a good day.
current Redmond area, or Bend area altimeter is 3015.
3015, thank you very much, 29 Zulu. Okay. So we should let Ben know, maybe we're about 10 miles to the west, probably to the north.
Yeah, it's hard to do when you're having to eyeball it, isn't it? It's kind of...
Yeah.
I think you're probably about right.
Alright. Center air traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu, about 10 miles to the west, probably to the north, Bend area. At 5,000.
Yep. Bend area, then release.
Okay. Getting hot in here.
You want this vent open some more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cabin air is coming up. And then you got your little side vent here, you can pop open.
Traffic sensor in 6000 Gulf is also 10 to the west, inbound for midfield crossing for left downwind for 16.
Okay, so there's also 10
Here, hold on a sec. Hey, last aircraft, can you say your altitude, please?
Just descending through 5800.
Okay, we're at 5,000 departure to north.
Okay, we'll hold it up here for a minute.
Not seeing them.
No. Gonna cheat just for a second. Alright, we're actually 9 miles.
The Dallas Heavy 5 mile, south 31 miles. 7 miles south.
He'll be coming across.
Go down.
You get the last transmission?
Nope.
That was the Dows. Dows.
Why is he talking about Ben?
Bend and Dows share the same frequency. Yeah. And this is Aubrey Butte, this is the college.
Hey. Is that a high school?
Down here?
Yeah.
I imagine so, yeah.
Bend traffic, Centurion 00 Golf is 6 to the west, inbound for midfield crossing for left downwind for 16. Yeah.
He's well inside of us now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So Climb Butte, Climb Butte, which is otherwise known as Deschutes VOR.
Yeah, Deschutes VOR is 117.6.
So what do we get, if we do 117.6, what do we get on Deschutes VOR?
No, we get navigation. Right, we get navigation aid from VOR.
Yeah. Can we get that on this radio?
No.
No. So why'd you put it in there?
Because you told me to.
Oh, I told you to put frequencies of airports and AWASs.
Oh, well, I put that, oh, that's right. Okay, so I put that there for...
So I can copy the 5 mile, 31 miles, 5 miles south, inbound for runway 31.
Okay. So, I guess now, how am I going to talk to people around Deschutes VOR?
Okay, so the VOR, we'll cover this more as you get kind of more into your, I think we have a lesson on navigation facilities and stuff. We can't talk to anyone on that with this equipment. Because this radio range doesn't go down to navigation frequencies.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that for now. When we get to talking about navigation services, we can talk a bit more about some options that we might have using nav radios. How would you speak to the area?
Centurion 600 Golf is crossing midfield, center left downwind for 16. Yeah.
So I would try and maybe get the closest airport radio, like...
Yeah, which will be Redmond by the time we get to Climb Butte.
So are we going to enter Redmond? No, we're not.
No. We're going to be flying over Climb Butte.
So I need to talk to Redmond Tower and maybe alert them of my position?
Yeah, you don't have to, because we're not entering. It's more of a courtesy call, and some airports that have radar facilities will give you traffic advisories and a squawk code, even though you're not in their airspace. That's happened to me flying over Eugene. So what I'd probably do is let's listen to Redmond weather. Let's see what's going on with Redmond's weather, because we're going to get a local altimeter setting, which we kind of got from...
Don't happen in there.
Don't forget we got this down here.
How do you... Okay.
So, COM2.
Gosh dang it. Looking down too much.
2, 3, 2.
Switch it over.
Yeah.
Redmond Tower information, Golf 1556 Zulu, wind 140 at 8, weather better than 5005. Bend traffic, Centurion 00 Golf, turn on left downwind from midfield, 16. Expect a visual approach, runway 10 and 22 in use. Call for release Portland and Seattle airports. Advise initial contact, you have Golf. Redmond Tower information, Golf 1556 Zulu, wind 140 at 8, weather better than 5005. Temperature 182.8, altimeter 3013. Expect a visual approach, runway 10 and 2.
Okay, we got all that.
Traffic.
Kind of.
632 is entering, landing up. Runway 16 for takeoff. After takeoff, will be a right downwind departure to the north.
So should I alert Redmond that we're about...
Bend traffic to 00 Golf, turn in left base, 16.
We're we're still kind of close to bend 2. I know it's kind of starting to split the difference, but we're going to get traffic coming out of bend up to the VOR, so we want to listen for that. So we'll hold off for now. What we did get though was the altimeter setting, which is important, because when we do report to Redmond that we're flying over Climb Butte at 5,000, that's an accurate report.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, how are we doing for timings? A little bit off here, right? We were 10 minutes and 5. We're now 11 minutes, 0.5, and we're still out. So there's a couple of things that might be...
And then traffic 0, Sierra Golf, mile 16.
One of them might be the winds weren't quite what we thought, but it sounded to me like from Redmond, at least, the winds are now shifting to the southeast at Redmond, pushing us along a little bit.
Yeah.
So the longer the leg, the bigger the errors that can creep in, that's the other thing.
Right.
I heard that Civil Air Patrol taking off heading to the northwest. I bet they're probably going to come up on the VOR. Why don't you make a call to bend before we switch over? Just let them know, I don't know, how far do you think we are from Deschutes?
About 3 miles.
Yeah.
South of Deschutes VOR.
So about 3 miles south of Deschutes VOR 5,000 heading north.
Okay. Better traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu is about 4 miles to the south of the Deschutes VOR. We'll be departing to the north. We're at 5,000. Bend area.
Good. That might get someone's ears pricking up. Or at least they'll be knowing to look for us. Alright, no one's getting back to us on bend.
And bend area traffic, Seneca 408 Delta Lima is 10 miles northwest of the field, inbound for landing.
Okay.
We're at 5,000.
That's 5,000 too.
Yeah. Alright.
But he's not gonna, he's inbound, right?
I want a second. Delta Lima, whereabouts is your position in relation to Deschutes right now?
Hey, Delta Lima is off the Deschutes 194 radial at 6 miles. We're southwest.
He's right on top of us.
Yeah, helicopter 29 Zulu, we're approximately 3 miles. About the same position at 4,800. We'll stay down here for a little bit.
Hey, Delta Lima's climbing. Bend traffic, Cap 3683 is airborne on runway 16. We're on a left down, correction, right downwind, and we're routing to the VOR. We'll remain at 4,500. Bend.
Converging. See, this is VOR's great for navigation, but if we're not getting flight following and other help, you know, it can be a little bit busy airspace. Keep your head turning. We'll stay at 48 for now. And we'll stay on the bend frequency whilst we've got those two guys coming in. So you should be seeing that traffic, Delta Lima, whatever it is, crossing over behind us.
I'm not seeing him.
There's a helicopter. I guess that's a Redmond. He's probably talking to Redmond doing practice approaches. Alright.
And vendor traffic, Seneca 408 Delta Lima is 6 miles west of the field, 5,500 feet,
Okay.
inbound for landing.
There's no issue.
Okay. Well, we got that other guy.
Yeah. What was he?
Traffic, Cap 3683, red, white, blue skyline is 4 miles to the west of the field, 4,500, routing northbound.
Alright, why don't you make a report? We're 1 mile to the south of Deschutes at 5,000 heading north. We've got another helicopter heading south into the pattern, just for a heads up.
Okay. Center traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu is about 1 mile south of Deschutes VOR at 4,800. We have a helicopter inbound for bend area.
Keep climbing up.
Want to go back up 5,000 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Cap 3683 is at 4,500 and maintaining routing north.
Okay, once we hit Deschutes VOR, we're going to want to turn for 002. 5.5 minutes.
And then traffic, Delta Lima is 3 miles west of the field, 5,000 feet, we'll cross midfield, more or less downwind for 16.
002.
Alright. What's your next navigation step?
002 for about...
Traffic helicopter 7425 goes approximately 8 miles to the northwest, descending out of 5,000, inbound on a practice approach for 16.
That's the helicopter we saw going that way. Keep an eye over your right shoulder. That red and white Cessna is going to be coming underneath us at 4,500.
Okay.
So, heading time.
002, 5.5 minutes.
Zero 02, 5.5 minutes, which would be taking us into Terrebonne. Where is Terrebonne on the horizon here?
It's right in front of us, isn't it?
That's Redmond. There's a river running up. So Terrebonne's where?
I think it's 030.
Okay, you've got the crossing of the power lines.
Yeah.
Traffic gauge Delta Lima is overhead, midfield, entering left downwind.
Where are those power lines out here?
That's a hard one.
Say again?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Just trying to realize that. Gosh dang it.
We were trying to get to Gopher Gulch as well. We never got to Gopher Gulch. We never found Gopher Gulch on the way up. Okay, you got this leg down to 4,500, but I really wanted to see where that Cessna was before we started descending. It's going to be over your right shoulder.
Helicopter 25 goes now 4 miles to the northwest, descending through 4,900, inbound practice approach 16. We're looking for Delta Lima descent.
I'm not seeing them.
Delta Lima is turning base now for 16, forward pond.
Okay, my controls for a second?
Your controls.
All right, we're still looking, but we'll definitely be number 2 behind you.
Turning left.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're just going to circle once just to see if we can find that guy before we start descending down. We don't want to stay up here because then we have to start using VFR altitudes, you know, based on your direction and...
And then traffic Delta Lima turning final now for 16.
Alright, I don't see him. Let's just start descending down. Keep your eyes open. Your controls.
Alright, so we're going down to 4,500.
You got him?
Yep, I got him. My controls.
Keep coming down 4-5 and hold your heading. I'll keep looking.
Traffic helicopter 25 goes 3 miles northwest, descending on 4-5. We've got Delta Lima in sight. We're on a dogleg final for 16, landing number 2, Ben.
Right, so
runway 10 cleared for takeoff.
put us onto Redmond just to listen, okay? Check your trim.
Other way.
Step away from the strengths. So this to the power lines, so 5.5 minutes, 002.
Okay, I see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I see Redmond. This might not be wrong this time. Because the power lines, I remember that bend. It's right there, that little bend, you know? The power lines.
Okay, yep. Power lines split at one point. They go up like that.
Jump 75, runway 22, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff on runway 22.
There's a railway line. It's pretty distinctive too. Railway line should be before the power line. Well, we'll have power lines, runway, a railway line, then a second set.
503 kilo November 2, direction again, sir. Kilo November's right turn out if that was for me.
Center 3 Kilo November, roger, right turn approved.
Imagine it's over there, right?
Where?
There.
Where? What are we looking at? Tell me.
Sorry, 330. That city right there.
This city just here?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. Good. That's a good thing. That'd be bad if it was. You know what? We're just approaching 5.5 minutes. See that?
Say again, we're just up to coming up on 5.5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so that might just be right.
So we've got a road going horizontally across, right? We have a river, and we have a power line. All before, I think this could be it. This could be it. Power line's coming up, then they make a right
I think it
and
is.
split. Okay, road going across. I think you actually marked it. Let's see, this probably is it. This is probably it.
Alright, now I'm gonna, once I hit here, I'm gonna turn over 020.
Okay.
And I'll descend down to 4,000.
Red Tower, ground officer 10232 at Delta. I would like to take off fuel 1017 right turn out to the southwest.
Although that doesn't look right.
10232, Red Tower, runway 10 at Delta, clear for takeoff, right turn approved.
That doesn't look right, does it?
No, it does not.
I'm not going down 4,000. So, the address is,
Let's make a left turn.
I see where my address is, but
What we were looking for next was, let's get our timer reset. I'm going to get that going.
okay.
What you were looking for next was Haystack Reservoir, which was on the back side of some raised terrain, right?
Yeah.
And to the right side of the highway. Well, the highway, I can see the highway here, right? Highway
Yeah.
feeds up through here. So what you were looking for was, there's the highway, and you were looking to go here. So the highway's there.
Just like right over there.
So it's over there, right? So I think it's probably more like, well, it's not 020.
It's north, almost.
May have gone a little bit wrong with the adding a minusing or something. We'll have a look. So that one.
But now it says for send to 4,000. Not sure if I want to do that.
All right. So this was. Why? Yeah. Remember you said about the highest terrain. You chose 4,000. So what are you going to stay at here?
45. Let's say 45.
Okay. Stay at 45. This is a good landmark, right?
Yeah.
This is a very good landmark. You've got Highway 97, you've got a railway line, you've obviously got a pretty distinctive gorge coming across.
Yeah. Well, I hit 1 out of the 10.
Kind of this piece here. Can you see it's a little bit messy, but you've got the river and then the road and the rail. And then, you remember me telling you about how good power lines are usually?
Yeah.
Because look, someone's got a lawnmower and cut all these trees out. Do you see how it drives a line through the terrain if there's any trees? So that one is this one here, this horizontal, this one here. You see that?
Yeah.
So we know, this is what I was saying about this handrail, if we stay slightly to the left of this, this will bring us within 2 or 3 miles of that reservoir.
Okay.
Do you know what this area is called here?
No.
This is Smith Rock. Anyone talks about Smith Rock?
232, are you going to be on that present heading there, or are you going to be turning westbound?
232, we can maintain this heading to the west.
You are 232, roger. Tiger 62, Rebatar, hold short runway 22, but just a moment, have a helicopter crossing the departure end.
How's your bladder doing?
Bladder's fine. It's my
Good.
back.
Your back's hurting?
Yeah.
You know, you can get these little lumbar supports that have like a strap, so you just put it around your waist just before you get in the helicopter and it holds it in position. I got one of those for my office at home.
Taker 62, traffic is at CH47, just south of the departure end of runway 22, clear for takeoff, south turn approved. Taker 62, we have this.
Hopefully you'll be hanging around when we get back there.
Yeah.
So where's your map? How will you know where you are, right? If I wasn't here.
I'd have a map.
Yeah, you want to keep a map either on your kneeboard behind your flight plan, or get one of these third hand holders so you can have both out.
Okay.
Because one of the things you'll be given, absolutely guaranteed you'll be given a diversion when you get to your first point. You'll say, take me to such and such. You got to know roughly where you are. You got to know. We can work on that. We'll work on that on the ground and on the next flight. But
okay. So let's see. 122.9.
Okay.
We want to turn to 1.9.
And we can also get weather at 132425. I'll have you out here with the weather, so I bring my cursor up.
Okay.
132.42 cursor. We can switch that in. Let's see if we can get it. We're probably just about far enough, close enough. We'll see.
There's Haystack Reservoir.
Okay, wind's calm. Temperature dew point still close enough to keep using carb heat. So you see this reservoir is great, right? Really big open spot. But until we got right up on it, we couldn't see it because of this high terrain.
Yeah.
You watch out for things like that as well. If you can see how this terrain's a little bit higher, the difference in color. So this is blocking Haystack Reservoir until we get to it.
Okay.
But we use this handrail, so we managed to find our way anyway. I like this formation here, this kind of flat top rock.
Yeah, be good off airport.
Yeah. Alright, I don't think we're going to get anything more useful out of Redmond right now, so let's switch frequencies over to
1229.
1229.
Now what is 1229?
Redmond Tower, Darkcopter 232 is cleared to southwest.
Say again.
232, frequency approved, good day.
What is 1229?
122.9 is Madras.
I thought that would be 1228.
Oh, it is, sorry. What did you put 29 in then? Oh, maybe you put for one of the airfields here.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when you put that, just put what it is. So that would be Lake Biddy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch over to 122.8. Yeah, we're doing for timings here. Not too bad.
Yeah. 5.5.
bad.
So it's S33, so it's going to be 337, 7 minutes. Turning 337.
337.
So that'll be Madras area traffic about 29 Zulu. I don't know where the airfield is, so how far are we?
No, you got your distance information here, right?
Oh, right.
So I'd say we're, that looks...
7 miles.
Well, you got 10 miles here from...
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
About 10 miles, does that look right?
I can't see on my leg there, the wind's blowing.
Yeah, I'll take controls for a second.
Thanks. Yeah, 10 miles. Okay, controls.
Your controls.
Okay, so Madras area traffic, Helgar 290, about 9 miles to the south inbound.
Yep, inbound for landing.
Madras area traffic, Helgar 290 Zulu is about 9 miles to the south inbound for landing, Madras area.
And Madras traffic 140 is on the left downwind for runway 34, short approach to Madras.
Okay, what about our altitude on this leg?
We went down to 3,000.
Okay.
So let's start. That's too much. Why don't we go down 4,000?
Try 4,000, yeah.
Gosh, dang it. I'm getting everything wrong.
Alright, I said this is the learning exercise. We started our timer, we got our heading, we're starting to descend, holding about 75. Do you recall VFR altitude rules? So if you're heading from 00 to 179 or 001 to 379 or etc. Head this way. If you're going the other one this high, do you remember those?
Kind of. So we're between 1 and 0.
Traffic, RV 63 Kilo Delta on a right 45 to final runway 18.
So we're between 180 and 360, so that'd be even.
Yeah, even plus 500, and then for this bit it'll be odd plus 500, but that's if we're above 300 feet above the ground, which we're not. Yeah, so we can pick our own altitude here, it doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you.
I like 4,000.
Alright. Now on the map, we're going to be coming onto the next map. Let's get it on.
Traffic, 94239 Hotel, 9 miles north. What is your landing request?
So where's the airport, do you know?
That's what we use the map for. But we'll look in a second. Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
I got them. Your map. Show me on the map where we are.
Matters traffic 140, departing the pattern over to the northwest for a little bit.
That's 97 there.
Okay, 39 Hotel.
We're supposed to be on that side of 97. Heading that way. There's the airport.
Are you sure this is 97? Look which direction it runs on the compass.
Is that what Highway 97, that's directional heading?
No. But you can see on the map which way Highway 97 runs, pretty much north to south.
Oh, so it's that one there.
Yeah.
So we are on the right side, there's the airport. So when you turn left, heading 330 probably.
Alright, clear left. So, where's the airport?
Right up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can probably see it, right? You can see the runways.
We'd be using, let's see, so we're using runway 34.
Okay.
But let's hear, while I take controls and we'll ask for airport advisory.
Your controls?
Okay.
I'll take the map off your lap.
Right, okay. My controls?
You got them?
Yep.
Okay.
So I can ask for, wait, no, they have AWAS, that's right.
Yeah, so we've already got winds of calm.
Okay, so we'll use 3-4 then?
Yeah, I heard a radio call, someone was in 3-4 and then he was departing to the northwest for a while. I think that was from Madras.
Okay.
So what about pattern altitude?
About 2,900. Wow, we are high. Alright, so let's start descending. 2,900, is that really right?
Yeah, Madras is pretty low compared to the rest of the airports we fly to.
Alright. So, let's see, we're probably about 5 miles to the south. Magistrate traffic, Helgatter 29 Zulu is about 5 miles to the south, inbound, Magistrate Island. I really don't think it's 2.9, that looks way too low. Don't you think?
Well, we have here 2437 for the elevation.
Alright.
Which is about 1,000 feet below our current altitude.
I'd be on the ground.
So remember, you don't have to be at 500 feet 3 miles out, but you want to be at approximately 500 feet AGL as we approach Pat.
So we're about 1,000 feet right now.
Yeah, let's keep it about 1,000 feet. I think that's good for safety. It's good for...
Yeah, what was the timer for that? That'd be 7 minutes. You know, we might just hit that, but we didn't get the heading right. I think it's the compass.
We'll see. Yeah, it might be. We'll see.
South 333. Your sister down there, you want to push down right trim?
Okay, 1 second, I will.
Okay.
Okay, identifying right trim and right trim coming off.
Thank you. Huge difference. So, why don't I just be on an extended final for 3-4 then? We're going to be using 3-4.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Now, what does extended mean, though?
It means more than a mile?
Yeah, but you could be 5 miles.
Well, I'll say 2 miles. Looks like, no, it's 3 miles.
Yeah, just look for the size of the runway. How many of those can you fit in between here and now? And that's approximately the number of miles.
Okay. Don't want that straight in. How's that side look to you?
This side looks good.
Just about ready to turn the right base.
See, now he didn't put his,
Yeah.
so we don't know.
Advisory traffic, Hillgutter 29 Zulu's on about 3 mile final for runway 34. Full stop landing, Madras area.
Good. Now in your research, do you know where the fuel pumps are here?
I don't, but we'll find out. No, it feels like I was flying a turbine. I can hear that high-pitched noise with the door closed. It feels like I'm flying at 145.
Yeah, correct.
What canyon is this? Do you know?
I don't remember the name of this canyon, but another good
More like that top green 33.
waypoint. Can you see the lights on the side of the runway? Is that a PAPI or a VASI?
That is a... I think it's a VASI, it's PAPI 4.
Yeah. See the bird, 11 o'clock?
Yep, got him, I got him.
Let's try and fly this VASI in.
Madras traffic, yellow thrust, departing runway 34 to the north-northeast at Madras.
Northeast, okay.
So you see him, he's about to roll. He's about to get out in front of us.
Yep. Madras area traffic, Hillgutter 29 Zulu's on final, 1 mile final 34. Madras.
Be out of your way here real quick.
No rush, thank you. Sounds great. On glide slope.
Alright, so whereabouts would you see the windsock at this airfield?
Good question.
Yeah, good question. So the AFD has layouts of most of the airports, and on there it will show you things like where the windsock is, where the beacon is. You can also, from there, usually work out where the fuel is.
Okay.
So we'll do a little bit more research for the next one. Downbird, right on final, another one beneath it.
Okay, the lights are out. See that?
Yeah, I do. You got a guy drifting off to the right now.
You okay back there?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I think he said. And there we are. Okay. 40.
See a tetrahedron on the left?
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of.
Okay, so wind is there. Okay.
Slightly from your left.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000 foot markers.
1,000 foot markers.
And windsock right there, I see it. It's got a disc edge, about the same. Okay. 30. 25. Hour. Oh, it felt good.
Okay. Let's keep it moving. We'll get off at the center taxiway.
Okay, this is carb full right now?
Carby's mostly full, yeah.
Okay, so I can pull another.
Yeah. So this is why, you see where that windsock is?
Yeah.
This is why we, especially at night, we don't do air taxis, you know, without using the taxiways.
Right.
Because if that thing's lights are out, we wouldn't see it till it was too late.
Okay.
Taxiways are clear, we know that, so we tend to use them.
I don't know what taxiway this is.
Yeah, so you can say clear of 3-4 at the midfield taxiway, going direct to the fuel pumps.
Okay.
Look at all these fuel, water tankers they've got here.
Yeah, that's cool. Madras area, Hillgutter 29 Zulu's exiting runway 34 at midfield taxiway for the fuel pumps.
pull down the copy a little bit, identifying copy. I'm going to put it down so it's just outside the yellow. You don't need full copy right now.
Yeah, look at that. Look pretty cool.
That's quite a difference, huh?
Yeah. I bet those kids think we're pretty cool.
I think you're pretty cool.
Flare left. I'm cool.
So you see the fuel pumps dead ahead?
Yep.
So we'll stay to the left-hand side, stay away from these kids. We'll get inside that semicircle. We'll make a right pedal turn to the south.
Okay.
And we'll put it down, nice and smart in front of these people.
Cool.
Still clear left.
What is he doing?
He's giving you directions. He's marshalling you in.
Funny.
Alright, so just keep going to see how it changes color again.
Yep.
Keep walking her in.
I don't want to get that close.
No, you can keep going, trust me.
Okay.
So as we get over this change in color, right pedal and lower us down.
Right,
tail's clear? Yep. Now your best landing ever. He's got it right too. He's got it right, the marshalling he's doing. Then keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down, coming down. Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to roll down a little bit and then pull up.
Okay. Lower collector completing.
There you go.
My door's latched. Let's get some lights on. Let these kids know that we're about to pick up.
Yep. Wait, where's my marshaller?
I know. We're clear to my side.
Right, so I go.
Yeah, so when you pick up, just move us sideways a bit, because we know the tail is clear underneath us.
Right.
Move sideways a bit, turn, and then we can take off, we'll taxi to 3-4 midfield.
Right. Magistrate traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu's lifting off near the field, pump taxi over to midfield, taxiway for 3-4, Magistrate. One lights out, top green field. Good, Garvey, got it. Here we go, you ready?
Yep, still clear my side.
Okay. See that? Look at the RPM.
Yeah.
Not even do anything.
Well, you put up on collective, open the throttle. Yeah, they sit high, don't they? Nice pickup. Got it.
Okay, clear tail.
Clear.
Power. Okay, what about that guy?
Alright, let's take off the taxiway.
Alright, 3-4, parallel 3-4?
Yeah.
Okay. Kids will like that.
Just make sure you're clear.
Yeah.
Good to make it cool, and we'll go for it.
Okay. What taxiway is this?
Oh, just say you're taking off midfield, taxiway parallel to 3-4.
Okay. Magistrate traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu's taking off taxiway parallel 3-4. Fence area.
Right turn.
Oh, we're doing that way.
Yeah, look at the windsocks.
Oh, okay, right. So you want to go that way. More lights out. South green. Green. Here we go. Are we going to do left traffic or right traffic?
What would you do if I wasn't here?
I guess I'd do left traffic for 3-4. Or no, right traffic, right, yeah.
Yeah, let's not cross over the runway if we didn't take off on it if we don't need to. Plus, helicopters are expected to do what right traffic usually.
Yeah.
And the kids get to see us again.
Yep.
Fly over.
Mandatory traffic, Hellgutter 29 Zulu, right down 1 for 3-4, departing to the south, Magic area.
Oh, they're not even looking.
Don't even care anymore.
They're on to the next distraction. Alright, let's start your timer.
Alright, let's do it. So I'm going to want 161. And it's wrong already, I can tell.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, that's off green. So what's my altitude for this one? Probably about 3,000 for now. Yeah, I'll start climbing up to 4.
Okay. Check your heading. Look at these switchbacks on the hill going up into this from this gorge.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be a workout.
Yeah.
Running up and down to the gorge every morning.
I can do it.
Yep, with a 40-pound pack on your back.
Actually, we did that for the wildland firefighting, you know?
Yeah, that's your pack test, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you're not allowed to run though, right?
No, it's a fast walk. Mandatory traffic, Hellgutter 29 Zulu is about 1.5 miles south, departing to the south, Mattis area.
Good. Now, if we had closed the flight plan, obviously right now we'd be talking to McMinnville, get the new one open, but we're all on the same one. We gave them a new estimated arrival time in about 45 minutes. We got off the ground about 5 minutes after when I thought we would. Like I said, always build padding in. It never works out to the time that you think it does.
Actually, this might be right.
I think it'll be good. We'll make it good.
For the haystack, I think we're right about there.
Well, what's your heading though right now?
175.
Yeah.
So, no, it's not. Never mind. But I'm heading right towards this haystack. I can see it.
All right. So we're pilotage right now. You know where you're going. Distance information should still be the same.
Well, that's off green, 3 in the green. Oh, it's bumpy.
Getting bumpy?
A little bit.
So you see this brown field?
Yeah.
And this green field?
Yeah.
Would you expect them to
10 miles out.
to create the same amount of thermal activity, or one more than the
No,
other?
different. The dark one will create more.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But you see how clear this is as using this kind of thing as a landmark, this highway or this highway.
Yeah.
Or this highway. This is a good one though. 97's great for going up and down. And when we do our night cross country, we'll use this as our sort of safety handrail. It kind of feels a little bit puckering flying through the darkness and not knowing what's beneath you if you need to do a emergency landing. What do you reckon the wind's doing right now?
Probably a little bit of tailwind, if anything.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're putting a crab angle in at all. It looks like we're going pretty much where you're pointing us.
Yeah.
Wind indicator down there is showing light wind from the north.
Yeah.
So it might affect our timing. You might get there a little bit early. We'll see. All our wind calculations.
Can you copy?
260, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, Ford man's down here. His phone is locked up. If you need another load, text me and I'll let him know.
I had you, then I lost you.
Okay, Ford man is here. His phone is broken. If you need another load, text me and I'll let him know.
I'm not going to text anybody. That's a little much. No, I think we're good for today.
Copy, okay.
Thank you.
Time to get to this next waypoint. Have a think what you can do to getting ahead of the helicopter. So for example, what frequency will we need next? What weather will we need? All that kind of stuff.
Redmond's ATIS.
Redmond's ATIS, which is?
119025.
Alright, so we can switch that in. That's ready to go. Frequency for Redmond?
That would be 1245.
1245. That's set. When you get to flying instruments, this will be really important to be ahead of the game. Use the quiet times to get things set up, so when it does all happen, you got it all lined up.
Anson River 10 Pop, just off 18, we're on a straight out departure.
So when we get to Haystack Reservoir, what's the next heading and time?
Next heading will be 162, about the same for 9 minutes.
8 minutes?
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Yep, gotcha. 162, 9 minutes.
Ouch.
Is it between your shoulder blades or lower back?
In between shoulder.
Between your shoulder blades? Yeah, that's where I get it.
Alright, for the...
Sorry, cover helicopter 7683 Hotel, 6 miles, southeast inbound at 6,000 feet Sun River.
Okay, why don't we listen to ATIS?
Okay.
1756
Inbound helicopter, I'm about to the same place. Keep an eye out here.
2
Yeah, information India, light variable. So we got Redmond's transmitting from right the other side of this hill, which is what's causing the problem with the transmission.
Okay.
Alright, there's your marker. That was pretty good. That was pretty good on the time. Timing was good.
Okay. 162. Just crossing over the end of the runway, about 2 miles south of the airport.
Okay, Okay, climb up over this, right? And we just do, this is a low G discussion if you like. So as we climb up, we're going to do terrain following on the other side, but I'm going to make sure you use the collective.
Right.
What do you expect on the lee side of this? Is there going to be a
Wind coming up?
wind coming up?
Yeah.
Well, where's the wind coming from?
Actually, we coming down. We have a tailwind.
2 Echo entering right downwind.
So we might get some turbulence, we might get some downdraft. Okay, so be ready for some turbulence.
Traffic station 5363 uniform 15 to the south, 4000 inbound Madras.
All right, hold this attitude, start lowering collective. There's the turbulence.
Look at our ascent rate.
Yeah, so there's probably some downdrafting too, maybe. All right, just carry on however you want now. That's just a demonstration of lee winds. Winds are very light right now. Imagine what that's like when it's 20 knots hitting something that steep on the backside.
All right, so why don't we go to Redmond?
Let's do that.
And let's see how far are we.
What do you think?
I bet we're about 7 miles to the north.
It was 9 minutes. Distance for that leg was 14, right?
Yeah.
We've already been flying for 2.5 minutes. Let's do some real basic math, right? If we were doing 60 knots over the ground, 2 minutes would be
about 8 miles.
2 miles, 2.5 miles, but we're going a little bit faster. So let's call it maybe about 3 or 4 miles that we've traveled. Feels at least that.
So 7. Let's say 7 miles to the north.
Well, we started at 14.
Oh, so 10.
3 mile right base, 22.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Approximately 10.
273, runway 22, cleared to land.
Okay, so Redmond Tower, Hill Gunner 7529 10 miles to the north.
Now, first of all, just say, take a 29 Zulu with India.
With you?
With India. Remember we picked up India? And he'll say, go ahead, I'll go 29 Zulu. He'll say, we're 10 miles to the north at 4,000 inbound for pan work.
Okay. Redmond Tower, helicopter 752 Zulu with India.
Because he might be talking to ground right now.
Helicopter 752 Zulu, Redmond Tower.
Yeah, 29 Zulu here, about 10 miles to the north at 4,000, requesting to enter for touch and go.
Sure.
Helicopter 29 Zulu, enter right base, runway 22, report 3 miles.
Right base for runway 22 will report at 2 miles, Redmond Tower 29 Zulu. They're reporting 2 miles.
I thought you said there were 3 miles. Alright.
I thought it was 2, I mean.
Alright, 22, right base runway 22, and reporting 2 or 3 miles. Maybe we'll report 2.5 miles, how's that?
Okay.
So now let's think about this. How do we know which runway is which?
So 22 is going to be this one.
Yep. And that'll be the way we turn as we go to final.
That would be on left base, so we need to be on the other side of it, right base, right?
Well,
so we'll cross over and then right.
No, because if this is 22 going this way, we turn right base to final 22. So we're coming in from the right direction for right base 22.
Right, but so what side of the runway are we on?
We're currently on the north side of the runway. We come up to it and we will make a right turn to face 22, and then we'll land on 22.
Okay, I kind of see that.
Yeah, I think as you see the runway complex a little bit clearer when we get closer, you'll see that.
So we're 8 miles from Redmond.
President Air 273, taxi terminal ramp via hotel,
You cheat?
monitor ground point 8. Hotel, parking on
What's that?
I said you cheat, you little
Well,
cheater.
I want to make sure I call them at the right time.
Yeah, but what about the people that don't fly with the GPS? Is it required equipment?
Yeah, true. All right.
Well, you could say approximately 2 miles, right? You know roughly what a 2 mile runway, what 2 sets of runways will look like.
Yeah. More like that, South 333.
So, flight controls for a second.
Your controls.
I got them. Show me where we are on the map. Take that map and show me where we are.
Let's see. about here. I don't know, that's hard. See Terrebonne, we're right over Terrebonne, right?
Maybe.
Where's Smith Rock? Does it say where Smith
Look
Rock?
at that hill. I mean, look at that. All that stuff to your right now. What's all that to your right?
This?
No, look out the window to your right. That's Terrebonne.
Okay.
And then we've got the highway. We've got the runway, the railway. You see those? Right to your right, there's
so railway and highway.
And you see where they come together. Look.
Yeah, I see them.
Let's see where they converge outside the window. Look at your 2 o'clock. You see where the railway and the road converge. Do you see that?
Yeah, right about here. We're right about there. Right here.
Okay, good.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it winds around a little bit, and we got Smith Rock off to our left side.
Yeah, yep.
So how far are we from Redmond right now?
About 6 miles.
Yeah, sounds about right. Use your thumb or whatever you use for your estimates.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
6 or 7, yeah.
About 6 miles. Good, okay. If you want to take the controls, I'll take the map off your lap. So you just leave it there for a second.
Yeah.
You got controls?
Yep.
You got them. Good. So we can see the runway is kind of crossing now. So it looks to me like we got one this way and one this way, right?
Yeah.
Which one? This one or this one?
Top hand.
Top hand. Yeah, I think so. So set yourself up for a normal right base position.
Okay.
And when you think we're about 2 miles or 2.5 miles, you make your call. And if you ask us what kind of landing we want, we can just say touch and go, and then we'll depart to the south.
I already said touch and go, but...
Yeah, just in case he asks, he may have forgot what we actually wanted by the time we get down there.
Redmond's 4249 337.
36?
We want to be at about 37. 36, that's right.
36,
36,
yeah. But you're glad you wrote that down on your knee board now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Redmond Tower, Cessna 20262 at runway 28, ready for takeoff, straight out departure.
Cessna 20262, Redmond Tower, straight out departure, runway 28, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, so...
Runway 28, cleared for takeoff, Cessna 20262.
So you head left a little bit because you're not setting up for a base here. I got a feeling he may be clearing us for 28, not 22, but...
Okay, why don't I say, so we're about 2 miles now, you think?
Yeah, approximately 2 miles to the north, and he'll give us a clear to land on a runway anyway, so...
Okay. Alright, I'll make a call. Redmond Tower, helicopter 29 Zulu, about 2 miles to the north.
Helicopter 29 Zulu, runway 22, cleared touch and go, then say intentions.
Repeat back, cleared 22, and then we intend to head to the south.
Okay. Clear for touch and go, runway 22, and then we'll depart to the south. Helicopter 29 Zulu.
Helicopter 29 Zulu, after touch and go, left turn southbound, approved, your discretion.
Left-bound, turn to the south, 29 Zulu.
Alright, set yourself up for a normal approach to 22 with a right base.
So we're on kind of a right base.
Yeah, we're kind of tight though.
Yeah, you're
Actually,
right.
we're kind of heading for the center of the runway. Don't forget to clear your left as you make turns.
Okay.
Now, when technically a touch and go, we're not going to come to a complete hover, so you can just bring it down. I don't mind if you kind of bring it down to a moving 10-foot hover and then transition into a takeoff. Okay.
Okay.
See this little sneaky tower down here?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that.
How high do you think that tower is?
200 feet.
Yeah, 227 feet. When we do our night flying, it's a good reason why we'll stay at pattern altitude until we see the VASI or PAPI, and then we'll follow the PAPI down.
Okay.
We get 4 miles of clearance if we're within 10 degrees of the center line.
Okay.
wind socks are on this this runway.
Oh no.
There might be one near that helipad. There might be something, just a small one for the helicopter crews. Otherwise, I think there must be one pretty close to this end somewhere. I don't remember off the top of my head where it is.
One lights out, top green, 3 range, feel. Okay, carb. Carb fully on for full carb.
Okay, identifying copy. Full copy.
Thank you.
Double check that final. Okay, I got windsock on the left-hand side,
yeah,
left of the PAPI.
We're good. Over the headwind.
Cessna 262, freak change approved, have a good flight.
Frequency change approved, Cessna 20262, thank you.
What's your descent rate?
Yep.
Keep some airspeed in for a little bit longer. Alright, start to go around.
Okay.
No need to report. And we'll just climb out whenever you feel ready. We'll make a left turn.
551 Yankees inbound on the ILS 22.
Seminole 53, 31 Yankee, Redmond Tower, report Bodie.
Report Bodie, Seminole 551 Yankee.
We'll turn left once I get near the end here.
Yep.
Something smells. Smell that?
What's your trim? No, I don't actually. What kind of smell is it?
Oh, it smells like a rubber.
Remember what this is called if he asks you to report?
Rock shed?
Rock shed, yeah. Whoa.
Weird. Bird. Got him. Who does he think he is?
So if he makes a right turn, if he makes a turn away, give him a little bit more space in case he changes his mind next time. Just put a little bit of a right turn in. Give it a little bit more space between us.
Okay.
Alright. How are we going to know when we're up to our next point? Obviously we know Ben, but...
Yeah, I know. So 176.
176. Keep climbing up.
4,000 for 8.5 mile. Oh, you got it.
I got it for you. 8 minutes, heading of 176.
Yeah.
What do you think? Maybe.
Right about there. Hey, that might be right.
Yeah. You got to pick left or right around this.
I'm going to do right.
Okay.
Helicopter 29 Zulu, freak change approved, have a good day.
Frequency change approved. Thank you. 29 Zulu.
I will stay with him a little bit longer. Why do we want to stay with him, do you reckon?
Just in case something comes up.
Yeah, because we know that anyone coming from Bend is going to talk to him before they get into this airspace, and his airspace ends a little bit beyond this development here, maybe a mile out. So I'd stay with him usually until I get to that mile and then switch over. Nothing to stop you getting the weather for Bend though.
Yeah.
Take your frequencies.
Oh, that's... Okay, I thought... Yeah.
Yeah. The old Madras.
5005. Temperature 24, dew point 8.
Alright, you fly for a second.
Okay.
Alright, cursor.
Redmond Tower, Seminole 551 Yankee.
13442, cursor again, and then flip flop.
Yankee, runway 22, clear touch and go, then left
Altimeter
turn
3013 inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude 4,900 feet. Bend Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1818 Zulu weather. Wind 080 at 5 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. Temperature 23 Celsius. 2.8 Celsius. Altimeter 3.
Alright, so I guess we could probably go straight in for 16.
Yeah, we'll see what traffic traffic's doing when we get a bit closer. I mean, it's a crosswind from the east. You'll see which way. I wouldn't be surprised if people are using 3-4 though. We'll see.
After the golf course, I'll switch to bend.
Okay. So let's get ahead of the game again. Let's get the frequency set up that we want. So put bend in there. The other thing we can do.
1300. Yeah.
Once we do switch over to bend, we'll make our initial call. Have a listen out for a second. And then we can then switch over to McMinnville and just say we'd like to close our VFR flight band. Or you can do it now. I don't mind when you do it. Think about the moment you close it, then your protection from them, as in chasing you up if you crash, is ended. So if you crash after you tell them you closed it, no one's going to come looking for you for a while. So I don't mind waiting till I'm on the ground and phoning them. That works for me too. Whatever you want to do.
I'll set it for now.
Okay.
And, well, actually, crap. You know what? No, I'm going to go bend. Okay. Wait, doing the wrong one. Okay. Alright. So,
we're going to maneuver for a left downwind 16 will be a 0 degree entry for left downwind 16 bend.
alright, so you see the 16. So, Bender traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu is about 6 miles to the north inbound bend area.
Cut yourself off again. Just slow it down a little bit.
7683 Hotel, about 8 miles south, west inbound, 4,500 feet.
Alright.
So think about this. If you switch over to McMinnville, you'll miss any traffic calls in the pattern right now.
Yeah. Let's do it more on the ground.
I think that's a better idea. I prefer that.
So why don't we just get on final for 4 mile final?
Yeah, well, we could do that only if there's traffic already in the pattern. We can't push ahead of those guys already in the pattern.
Alright.
So let's see as we get a little bit closer.
Okay.
See what's going on with the radio calls and what else is moving around.
Traffic helicopter 7720 Hotel on the go runway 16 for right close traffic then.
Okay. We expect those guys, they may get to their base before we get to final, we'll see. And worst case scenario, we'll just circle here for a second.
Traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, turning left base 16 bend.
Okay, there's one guy turning left base.
Got him?
Yep, got him.
Isn't it great when they make the cool turning? You really do see it. See the aircraft over there? Looks like he's departing to the north, or maybe he's going to circle around for a 45.
Okay.
Bend traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, turning final 16, touch and go, bend. Mid traffic, like usual, my profit, descending out of the orbit down through 8,000. We'll be entering a left downwind for 16 bend.
Yeah, it's probably that guy. Why don't you make a 2 mile final, number 2?
And then Devilish 22 Kilo November, turn left base over the pond, allow space for proceeding traffic, 16 bend.
Make a right turn. He's right there. Make a right turn. Just tell him we're circling just to the north of the.
Traffic helicopter 7720 Hotel is right down on runway 16 bend. Alright, why don't you make a call? I don't know what to say.
Okay. And traffic helicopter 29 Zulu is just circling north of the ponds. We're hoping to come in for a final behind the left base traffic. Bend. Yep.
And Bender traffic here 321 circle, straight into a left downwind, 16 bend.
Alright, so what's coming behind him?
Yeah.
Alright. Bender traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu is on about a 2 mile final for 16. We're right behind the airplane. Bender.
Yeah, just like coming in number 2.
Okay.
What we've got to watch out for is the helicopter. So that guy he's probably a turboprop or something, which is why he was higher and wider.
Yeah.
Right, so he was going to be about 1,500 feet above the pattern. The Cessna was 1,000, we were 500, and he was going to, he was already in the pattern, so
I
it
got
just
the
made sense.
helicopter.
Good, yep, I see him. Keep your speed up. Let's get in there.
Okay, traffic here 321, here, no, left downwind.
Okay, 3-2.
Bender traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu is on 1 mile final for 16 at number 2, Bender area.
Bender traffic, helicopter 7683 Hotel, entering the right downwind for runway 16 bend.
worked out well, kind of squeezed ourselves in there. Now let's see what this plane does, because we want to sidestep so we can have the runway quicker for the other aircraft. So if he gets off right, we'll go left probably.
Center traffic, Lancer, so Mike Papa, 2 miles to the south, spinning our left downwind 1610.
Yeah, let's keep the speed in, we'll land a little bit further up the field and then we'll sidestep over to Bravo. Short final 16, sidestep to Bravo.
Center traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu's, short final 16, 97 Bravo, bend area.
Good. Clear on my side.
Center traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, turn in left, downwind 16, bend.
Awesome.
Center traffic, helicopter 7720 Hotel, final runway 16, bend.
Oh yeah, baby. Alright, let's keep this into an air taxi.
Traffic, turn left base 16, helicopter traffic inside short final and pay attention helicopter.
What is it? Traffic 705 to 31 Yankees 5 to the north.
Pay attention, come down a little bit slower.
We're going to do 45 down or left down on 16, bend.
Mid traffic, Lancer, Mike Papa, left downwind 16, good traffic, space
Yep.
final 1.
Pretty busy, huh?
Yeah.
So let's just do an air taxi down, keep the airspeed about 40 and 40.
About 16 for final bend.
And we will stop at about Bravo 2, okay? We'll just do a normal descent down.
Downwind, you have Skyhawk authority.
And we'll stay off the comms for now.
It's negative, we're at 5,000 feet, but we're just crossing midfield for Lancer. Alright, got a Skyhawk and left downwind, pass the numbers 16, about to turn base here, soon behind the source. Alright, so yeah, we'll fly over you, not a factor. Actually, we just got you inside, we'll extend for you for Mike Papa.
25.
Dispatch Tower helicopter 7683 Hotel is on the downwind for runway 16, bend.
Bend air traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo's, turning left base 16, bend.
Yes, let's walk all the way up there.
What was that?
A little bit of wind.
Alright.
Let's get up to this center line here, and then we'll turn and see what's going on with all this traffic. And we'll stay off the comms until we don't want to step on anyone who's trying to, it seems like they're getting pretty hectic right now. Vents open.
Bend air traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo's, final 16.
My side's clear, either whichever one you want to do.
Dispatch Tower helicopter 7683 Hotel is turning right base for runway 16, bend.
Center traffic, Lancer, Mike Papa, extended downwind 16, traffic on final 16.
Right, a little bit more. Alright, just make a holding short, Bravo 2.
Traffic up to Hotel, clear low level maneuvers, Bravo 5.
Center traffic, helicopter 29 Zulu's holding short of 3416 at Bravo 2.
Good.
That noise?
It's about 2.5 miles south then.
It's when people step on someone else's. Bit of right, more pedal. Let's go and keep an eye on what's going on.
Helicopter 7683 Hotel is on final for runway 16, bend.
Okay, so we've got Cessna, we've got an airplane.
Mid traffic, Lancer, Mike Papa, extended
Why don't I set it down?
16, bend, full stop.
Sure. We got another one after that.
Sure. Just do a little practice, put down. Getting some of that breeze? Any of that coming through? So, what's this, mic echo maybe? 1, Hotel Bravo.
Good traffic lights there, so Mike Papa, final 16, full stop then.
Oh, great.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Dispatch Tower helicopter 7683 Hotel, 57 down, taxiways, bend.
Why don't we close our flight plan since we're waiting?
Let's wait till we get actually out of the way, because if someone says, hey, you guys want to get across, or...
Okay.
Does this guy touch us down? Let's roll up and get ready to, and let's pick up and get ready to move.
Okay.
Okay, rolls up.
Okay.
Yankees and a 5 mile 45 left down on 16 bend.
Okay, let's pick us up. We want to get ready to get across before the next airplane or whatever comes in.
Bend air traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, downwind 16 bend.
wants to come this way. Very typical. Okay, so here's tail number so we can talk to him. Mike Papa.
Nice turning.
Alright.
Alright, better traffic helicopter 29 Zulu is crossing 3416 at Bravo 2, that area.
The traffic lights is at Mike Papa, clear of 16, taxiing to the west hangars then.
It's down the line.
Over your way.
Still clear, good. Got A3 hotel in sight.
Yep.
Clear left.
You. Clear right. Bender traffic helicopter 29 Zulu is clear of 3416 at altitude back to leading edge, Bend area. Just put it right by 40 kilo.
Sounds good.
Traffic Seminole 551 Yankee, turn left downwind 16 to get the downwind traffic in sight then.
Wait till he says down.
That's Bend area traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, turn in left base 16 then. Air traffic, Skyhawk 121 Hotel Bravo, turning final 16, full stop then.
Done. Okay, 75 frictions.
Traffic helicopter 7720 Hotel is up in low level, north end of Bravo Bend.
Let's see if we can get hold of McMinnville.
Alright, let me get this done first.
Yep. Good job.